Hello everyone! Once again, I am VVizard, and like it was previously announced, today I'll be revealing my latest Rivals of Aether workshop character mod. So without further ado, let's take a look at their trailer. And there you go, my latest mod, being my first original character, Buffy, the Slayer from the future, will be joining the fray in Rivals of Aether workshop. Some of you might remember that I had another original character in the works, which was Drazil, the Moose Wizard. However, due to the difficulty of portraying his design in pixel art, and also his moveset design not feeling as interesting to me, I ended up losing my motivation to keep working on him. And that's how Buffy was born. For me to not lose my motivation again, I decided to take everything that I truly love and put it into a single character, which is why you can notice that, first, she's called Buffy, the name of the titular character of the TV show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, my favorite TV show of all time. Her design is very much based on Mr. X, one of the main antagonists of the Resident Evil 2 remake, one of my favorite games and gaming series of all time. Her shotgun usage and design is based on the T-800 from Terminator 2, again, one of my favorite movies of all time. Buffy also uses the hologram, which is a twist on my previous clone idea used with Ryu Hayabusa. And most important of all, Buffy is a super heavyweight, being very slow but also very powerful, taking a lot of inspiration from Ganondorf in the Smash series, which is my favorite moveset in any platform fighter. Since Buffy is an original character, there's not much reference material for us to talk about, so I'll keep her moveset description very brief, just touching on some of her more unique aspects. As you can see here, Buffy is quite a big girl, standing over most of the Rivals and Workshop cast. However, that size comes with very slow movement speed in general, but she more than makes up for it with raw strength. Her idle animation and design went through a lot of iterations in her early stages, but with the feedback and help from fellow creators and friends, Super Sandbag and Djentalist, we were able to nail her final design. Speaking of design, her portrait art was drawn as a commission by Reiga, a fellow Brazilian creator. First and foremost, Buffy's shotgun. Who said you couldn't bring a gun to a fist fight? Buffy's strongs, Bear, and D-Special all use her trusty shotgun, which makes all of them very disjointed and powerful moves to use. But that's not all, it's a shotgun after all. If you press the attack button after using any of these previously mentioned moves, Buffy will pull the trigger and shoot, creating a powerful and very disjointed blast. This can really get your opponents off guard. However, you can't shoot again right after. It's a shotgun, so you have to reload it. To do that, simply use a U-tilt or Nair, and Buffy will spin the shotgun and reload it at the same time. How resourceful! You can check her HUD to check if your shotgun is loaded or not. Her F special is the Plasma Choke. As the name implies, it's very similar to Ganondorf's F special. Buffy dashes forward and grabs anyone in her path, raising them up before producing an energy shock to send them into a tech situation. When used in the air, Buffy and the opponent will go tumbling down until they reach the ground, which creates an explosion that sends them up. Though if you use it off stage, it can be a great suicide maneuver. Just keep in mind Buffy always dies first. D special is the Shotgun Thrust. Buffy thrusts the shotgun forward and flies with it, hitting anyone in her path with a powerful hitbox. This is a great burst option, and when used in the air, Buffy will instead travel diagonally downwards. Like mentioned before, you can press attack to have Buffy shoot with the gun, if she has ammo for it. Now for Buffy's big gimmick. It's her hat? By taking off her hat and placing it on the stage, it can create a hologram. When removing the hat, you can simply drop it or throw it left, right, and upwards. After a few seconds, the hologram under the hat will take shape. The hologram will just stand there, and both you and your opponent can smack it around with your attacks, always traveling the same distance regardless of percentage. Now for the fun part. If you tap N special, Buffy will press a button and command the hologram to attack. This attack can be set by previously using a move as Buffy, and then holding N special to save it to the hologram. Just check the HUD or the indicator above the hologram to check which attack has been set to use. Buffy's F special and D special have some unique properties when hitting the hologram. For F special, Buffy will grab the hologram and make it explode into a big, devastating blast. It can be hard to hit, so make it count. Now, with her D special, if she hits the hologram with it, she'll absorb its energy and apply it to the shotgun, turning it into a powerful stun attack. Now for Buffy's U special. It needs the hologram to be fully usable, otherwise it's very mediocre, just sending you up and into pratfall. However, if the hologram is out, you can then hold U special to teleport to it with an extremely powerful blast. You also won't enter into pratfall if you hit someone. Using it or the previous specials on the hologram will destroy it, but will also give your hat back. And speaking of, if the hologram or Buffy are parried, the hologram will be destroyed, and the hat will remain in its location. To use the hologram again, you need to go and get the hat. If that happens off stage, or the hologram is sent into the blast zone, all you have to do is press N special, and Buffy will summon the hat from the skies. These were the most important details you need to know about Buffy. Please be sure to study how you link her and the hologram's moves together to really make the best out of them. Now, let's take a look at Buffy's stage. Buffy's stage is Loxodon's Coliseum. Once again, I commissioned my friend Ghostabo to work on it. Fighters are selected and must battle for the amusement of the people and their emperor, Loxodon. This stage is still being developed, however, so for now I can only really explain its gimmicks. In the big screen, we're going to have the fighter's portrait and stock icons. When a stock is taken, Loxodon, who will be on his throne, will command one of the cages to be lowered down. That happens until a last stock situation, and there are no platforms to stand on. In the Aether version, the cages will act as a scale, lowering whenever someone stands on them, while the other rises up. Speaking of cages, I'm planning on having characters in them, more specifically, forgotten Rivals OCs, who weren't able to join the battle yet, like my boy Drazil. If you want to have any of your OCs in here, feel free to reach out to me. One thing is finished, however, being the stage's theme. I commissioned a fellow Brazilian creator, NitroAnilin, to work on a brand new theme for the stage and Buffy as a whole. The theme has a bit of a techno and futuristic feel, but much more somber and tense. The theme also played in Buffy's reveal trailer, and it's also her victory theme. You can listen to the whole track in the link in the description. Now before we end this, I want to highlight two small extra things. Yes, Buffy also comes with two buddies. The first is Drazil. Well, he won't be joining as a fighter, but he can at least stand by your side. Well, it seems he's more interested in the book than anything else. Additionally, I did give both Ryu Hayabusa and Buffy a clone gimmick, so I wondered if that could be done with every character. Turns out that it's possible. Sort of. With the Summon Clone Buddy, you can summon AI-controlled clones to assist you in battle. Just keep in mind, the game might not really like that much memory being used. And I believe this is the end of the presentation. Thank you all for watching! I hope you had a wonderful time, and I really hope you enjoyed playing as Buffy as well, who will be available for download as soon as this presentation ends. Before I go, I want to thank everyone who helped me in making this character come to fruition. The Djentalist and Super Sandbag, who, by the way, thanks again for dubbing me, really helped me at the early stages of her development, getting her idol and animations looking as great as possible. Reiga for creating her incredible looking portrait, Ghostabo for making, and still working on, Buffy's home stage, NitroAnilin for composing the stages and Buffy's new music theme. And of course, thank all of you so much once again, and I'll see you all very soon.